Good evening, everybody. James here, of course, on the beautiful Jackery channel. Doing this beautiful little stream tonight, guys. Uh, one second. Not sure why we had an echo, but we had an echo in there. Should be fixed now. Do apologize for that. But welcome, everybody, tonight. Hopefully, you guys are all having a great start to your evening here. Hello, Justin. How are you doing? We're going to be showing you guys a bunch of cool products. We're actually going to be showing you guys 3 new products tonight as well. We're going to be having some fun. Chris, thank you for the follow over there. For those of you on the other channel, please give Jackery a follow too. We are on multi-channels tonight streaming. We're going to be doing a bunch of cool stuff. Now, guys, you'll see down there is a little banner. That little banner says if you spend over 1,000 tonight, you guys get 5% off with that little code. You guys will get a little discount. Travel Diva, hello, how are you doing? Guys, we're going to start this off with, of course, like I always do, showing you guys the cabling packages that do come with some of these systems. And then we'll get into the systems like we normally do as well. Now, there are variations of the cabling that you're going to get with the systems, to say the least. First and foremost, you might get something like this. This is going to be a DC plug to, of course, adapter for a solar panel. This is going to be like for your 1000 V2s and stuff like that. You're also going to get a wall plug. That wall plug is just going to be a standard 3-prong wall plug to allow you to charge that. Now, you get a couple different variations with those depending on your wall plug. Now, another cool part is you're going to get this adapter just in case your solar panel needs it. Now, this is a USB-C to DC plug, depending on which cable kit you get. So that is what I'm telling you guys. There's variations. Now, with that, a lot of these are going to come with instruction manuals to teach you guys how to use them and how to, of course, set up all of the other cool little jazz that you may be needed. Now, with that, of course, you might get a different variation of cabling like this pack over here. It's going to be almost the same, but first and foremost, you're going to have a wall plug that I untangled because I use it quite a bit to charge these stations. You're also going to get a variation of like a cigarette lighter plug. So that is the difference right here, a cigarette lighter plug and some of these, of course, with the variations of the wall plug. So you guys will get those options in depending on the system you get. We're going to show you guys a bunch of cool systems, starting from like entry-level systems or complete easy carry pack and carry style systems. Then we're going to get into the bigger ones back here as well. We're going to start the show off with, of course, the Jackery Explorer 100 Plus. Now, the Jackery Explorer 100 Plus comes with its own cable package. That's going to be a USB-C to USB-C cable that's going to allow for 100 watts pass-through. Again, just like I showed you, it also has an adapter for that DC plug to USB-C plug so you can connect up a solar panel. Now, this is a palm-sized device. That's going to do 99 watt-hours of power in this little package. That's actually a lot of power for this little device, right? 99 watt-hours, LiPo 4 cells, 128 watts of power through this. Now, you do have 2 USB-C ports. Those USB-C ports are in and out ports, guys, with this. 100 watts of max in and out through those 2 ports. Now, you're also going to get a USB-A port over here. This is actually a cool one because it does do, of course, 18 watts of charging capability for your Android devices or vice versa. You also have a display button. It's going to allow you guys to see, of course, that right there. Silicone pads on the side, and, of course, literally weighs 2.1 pounds. That's it. 2 pounds. Anybody should be able to carry this and pack it around with no problem, even if you put it in your purse, your backpack, or your luggage, depending on how you're carrying this piece. Now, this is definitely an option for you if you guys are traveling on planes, because it can be used on a plane like a standard power bank. The cool part is under 2 hours charged, fully charged, you're good to go, and you're up and running. That's all it's going to take on a wall plug. With that, of course, you have variations of adding solar panels and other devices with that on top. Now, another cool part with this is, guys, you can charge your iPhone 14 about 6 times with this, or if you do it like I did, I actually ran a Nintendo Switch off of this and a portable monitor for over 3.5 hours, and that's actually a cool runtime with this. This is like 33% off tonight. It's like $99. This is a really, really great deal. Now, the cool part is we also have this and the variation with a solar panel. So if you guys want to get that with the solar panel, that's going to be the 100 plus with the Mini 40. The Mini 40 we're going to show you guys a couple times tonight, but this is the Mini 40. The Mini 40 solar panel, guys, in this package for about $179 is a good panel. This panel, of course, is a trifold design with quad panels. So you have these panels that fold out and are going to grab a lot of light. I mean, you just look at it, grab my Keystone lights right there. This is a really cool one. I had one of these small units. The 100 Plus is amazing, and this panel is too. This is fully waterproof and water-resistant solar panel that can fit in your backpack. It's literally the size of a notebook. So you have two options tonight with the 100 Plus. You have, of course, the station by itself, or you can get it with the solar panel. This solar panel is going to do 40 watts of charging rate with this on that device. It's going to use, of course, the cabling and that plug to connect it to a USB-C port, and it's going to allow for up to about 100 watts charging, but this is only going to do 40 watts. So you have two versions for you guys tonight. Great little options. Amazing, amazing little power stations. So any questions about that? Yeah, they're really cool, Travel Diva, and I would have told her, no, she can't have it. Take it away. I think we're going to be moving on to a current product. Now, this is going to be one of the newer products that we're showing you guys tonight, the 240 V2. And what do we mean by V2? Well, version 2. So version 2 has a whole bunch of new upgrades and technologies built in. Size points on there, of course, has those LiFePO4 cells that you would expect, has more power range, but still can be carried around in your hand without an issue. Now, there is a $50 clippable coupon on the 240 V2. Now, you're probably looking at the table, and I was just about to question which one it was as well, but we'll just grab this. This is the 240 V2. Now, the 240 V2, I will tell you guys, it weighs a little bit more than the original 240. This comes in about almost 8 pounds. But there's a little bit of difference with it. It's LiFePO4 cells. It's got a flashlight. It's got an AC plug. It's got dual USB-A port or USB-C ports, USB-A 12 volts, and of course a handle that folds up. The original had a fixed handle. Now with this $249 price point, actually has a $50 clippable coupon, so you're going to get it for $200. Now the 240 V2 comes in at 256 watt hours of power, but has that new quick charging technology. 1 hour fast charge. This thing is charged by itself in 1 hour of charge time. 1 hour fully charged and ready to go. Now, you would think since it's a 240 that it would be 200 watts of pure sine wave power. No, it's 300 watts through that AC outlet. Now, since this is, of course, the 240 V2, if I power it on, it's going to do some cool little thingies. Right there, it's going to pop on. The screen's going to come on, and it's going to be like, oh, we got Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Yes, it does. So you can actually run this with the app like some of the bigger stations. So you have that variation in there as well. The 1 hour charge rate is actually amazingly well done, and of course has the newer cabling, but also has that cooling technology with, of course, the open sides and the fan technology inside. Class 10 UL protections with this. A whole bunch of other protections like the intelligent battery management systems and everything else inside of this. This is where it's going to get cool. You can charge your iPhone about 12 times off of this. You can run a Bluetooth speaker that's going to be ranging around like a 10 watt Bluetooth speaker for over 16 hours or more. Now, Bluetooth speakers range from different variations of power, so you're going to have to do the math with that one. If you want to run your laptop off of this, you can charge it about 3 times with that, depending on the laptop. That's all I'm going to say. Most of those are going to be like your little notebooks and stuff with that. Now, of course, like that said, Class 10 UL protection also has drop protection to a certain point. Don't worry about it with that. Now, the flashlight, guys, you have the multi-mode. It's going to do that. And, of course, that's what's patterned and then shut off for you. Has the silicone pads on the bottom. This is actually a really cool one because it is nice, safe, and reliable, but can be charged in 2 different ways. First and foremost, the wall plug 1 hour. Second, you can use the USB-C port to do that. Now, there are 2 USB-C ports. Now, the question I'm going to, or the thing I'm going to point out is one USB-C port is an in and out port, and that is your 100-watt port. There is, of course, a 15-watt USB-C port, and then, of course, your USB-A port at 15 watts as well. All individually switched, so you can turn them on and off as you want with that. You want to power it off, just shut it off and just hold it down, and you're good to go with shutting it off. Now, you can charge it in a couple different ways. Let's say a 40-watt mini solar panel if you wanted, or the 100-watt solar panel. If you use the 100-watt solar panel, it's going to be fully charged in 3 hours with that solar panel, and that's all there is to it. Quick charging, portable, accessible, newer technologies. This thing is an amazing little beast that's going to stand the test of time. Now, this is where it gets cool because, yes, you could run a 60-watt flat screen TV off of this for like 4 hours. You could run, let's say, a 45-watt house fan for about 4 hours. For those of you that need to run a heated blanket, about 3.5 hours, or if your router or modem has gone down, about 14 hours of runtime with this. If you want, you can run a 90-watt mini fridge for a couple hours as well. That's up to you. You can charge your 9-watt little batteries about 11 times for your DSLR cameras and all that. This is the station by itself. The station by itself, like I said, has that clippable coupon to bring $50 off. Now, if you want the 240 V2 with, of course, the Mini 40 solar panel, we have that option for you as well. Now, the Mini 40 solar panel is a beautiful panel. This is like a $350 price point, but I'm going to point something out. There's a $100 clippable coupon, so it brings it down to the price of the original station by itself. You see which one I'm going to lean towards? I'm going to say grab the Mini 40 and the V2 together and get it for the price of the station alone. That's on you. Now, the Mini 40, like I showed you guys, is a beautiful little solar panel that's going to work well in harsh and wet weather, but can be packed around like a notebook. It's a great, amazing price point. $349, but $100 clippable coupon on the Amazon page. This is the one I'm going to go with. The solar panel and, of course, that V2. Beautiful little kit. You really should travel Diva. I do recommend some of these newer ones, like the 240. We're going to be showing you guys the 600 Plus in a while. We're going to be showing you guys the new 1000 as well. So amazing systems. Now, I believe we're going to be showing you guys the 500 tonight as well. We are. But first, we're going to be showing you guys the 300. Well, yeah, that's right. We're going to still show you guys the 300 because it's a nice little station. This, of course, is the Explorer 300. The 300 is 293 watt hours of power. It is actually coming in at a decent price point at $219 tonight. Now, $219 is about 21% off. This has 2 AC outlets right here, 300 watts of pure sine wave power. It can peak at 600 watts. Still individually switched, so if you guys want to, hit that switch, turn it on, and you're good to go. What I will tell you is I still have yet to charge this. I keep telling Justin to remind me, but I keep slipping both of our minds. Now, with you guys got a USB-C port here, 60 watts in and out, 2 USB-A ports, DC plug, and of course, right here, if I flip this open, you have a cigarette lighter plug on there as well. Now, this is, of course, the fixed handled version. So that is where the older shells are like. You have a fixed handle. This still weighs about 7 pounds. Now, with this one, though, it's going to take about 3.5 hours on a wall plug to charge it. 2 hours if you use the wall plug and the USB-C if you want it, or 4.5 hours if you have a solar panel with the 300. Now, the runtime on this is going to allow you to run, let's say, like a Nintendo Switch for about 40 hours or so. You'll be able to do your DSLR cameras about 15 to 16 times. Now, what I did learn with this is you can drop these about 9 feet. I don't recommend it, but you can. I've done it with this one and the 240 now. Both of them work still. So don't worry about it. You possibly could drop it. It'll still work. You don't have to worry. Now, it is, of course, a very silent package. This is actually silent. The most you're going to hear is the switch, and that's it. You don't have to worry about it. Fixed handle, can carry it around, shake it around, do whatever you want, guys. Look, I mean, it's super light. If you want to work out with this, you definitely can work out with it. Still has, of course, the nice little shell on the side for the cooling and the big silicone pads. The silicone pads are there for a reason. They don't want you to like set it on your car or painted surfaces or scratch up your tile floors or anything like that. So they put those silicone pads down there to protect it. This is an amazing little product. I love this little power station. Now, what's even better is, yes, you could run a 60-watt flat screen TV off this for 4.5 hours or so. If you want to run your laptop, about 4 charges or so, and that's going to be the smaller laptops. Like I said, notebook-style laptops. It's not going to power your gaming laptop all day. You know, I've actually got asked that. Now, with it, like your mini cooler that you're taking to on a camping trip or maybe to the beach, 4.5 hours of runtime. This, of course, is the 300. The 300 is an amazing little station by itself. $219 tonight, guys, 21% off. Now, if you want to get it with, of course, the 100-watt solar panel, it's about $449. Now, this and a 100-watt solar panel is an amazing price point, amazing package. Now, you're going to get, of course, probably the older 100-watt solar panel. They do have a new versions that we can show you at some point in the show as well. So both amazing deals, amazing packages, and, of course, what you need as you need it. Now, I believe we're going to be moving into the 500 range now. This is going to be the Jackery Explorer 500. What we're going to do is we're going to jump over here, and we're going to be like, oh, well, there's the table right there. I'll zoom on in. I'll say, hey, let's get there. There is the 500. Now, it's a weird angle. I'm not sure why my camera is a little off tonight. We can change that a little. This is the 500. The Jackery Explorer 500, of course, still has that fixed handle like we just showed you guys on the 300. Has their large, beautiful logo right here. Has a nice display. If I hit that display, it's going to pop up. It's going to show you guys the battery life. It's also going to show you guys the input and output voltage of the devices you have plugged in. Now, with this one, you have 3 USB-A ports at 5 volt, 2.4 amps. And you have, of course, a 500-watt pure sine wave power AC outlet. With this, you have 518 watt-hours of power with the lithium battery pack. It's going to take, unfortunately, about 5.5 hours to charge. Now, it's not a long time, but it is longer than some of the newer ones. Just know that. Oh, you did? Right on, right on. If you've already had one, you know exactly what to expect from the 100. You're going to love it. I love the 100. The 100 Plus is a beautiful little system. It really is. Now with this, guys, the run times and stuff is kind of cool, but the one thing that this has is a flashlight on the side. So if you guys want a flashlight, you can do it. You can also put it in SOS pattern. Has, of course, the nice little airing holes with this. Oh, I'm glad you purchased another one of these. I really do, because I love them. It's one of those things that, like, before I started doing these and messing with these, I was like, why do I need them? I don't really need them. Now that I have them, I use them so much, it's crazy. Like, if I'm just inconvenienced by a plug being out of place by about a foot, I'll grab a power station and just plug it in through the power station. Don't ask, I just do it. That's what happens. Now, the runtime on the 500 is going to be kind of cool because you can run like a heated blanket on here for a good amount of time. Mini cooler, about 9 hours. That big flat screen TV in the background, guys, about 7 hours of runtime or 30 hours with your laptop. Now, it still has, of course, about 13 pounds of weight, so it does weigh a little bit with this. Now, what I'm going to get into is you guys can definitely run other stuff off of this. Let's say like an electric blanket. You can run an electric blanket for about four-ish hours. Now, another cool thing is if you guys really wanted to run off this, let's say you're having a backyard barbecue and you want to do like some frozen drinks for the kids or even the adults, 50 minutes of a blender time. So you can plug a blender in it, run it for about 50 minutes or so. I really do like it. 2K. Oh, right on, right on. Thank you for, dude, we definitely have a whole bunch of those. I'm glad you're running a whole bunch of those. Which one's your favorite out of the bunch? And they're actually pretty amazing. I love them. Now, with that, of course, it's about $349 tonight for the 500 by itself. But if you really want, you guys can get the 500 with, of course. Oh, right on. Oh, you run the 3K with an AC and a fridge. Nice. Actually running. Oh, no, I didn't do it. Well, I can run my window AC off of this, but I didn't plug it in tonight. I thought I did. Now, you get the 500 in with the solar panel, guys. So if you guys want it with the solar panel, it's about 25% off. So it's about $600 price tag. The solar panel that's going to come with that is, of course, the 100-watt solar panel. And I will actually show you guys the 100-watt solar panel real quick. This is going to be the 100-watt solar panel that's going to come with that 500 if you get the kit with the solar panel. So it's a nice little solar panel, nice large panel, fully waterproof and water resistant with it. Of course, has kickstands, has the cabling built in. It's got everything you need. So it's a good kit at 25% off. But you guys are going to get a small sneak peek of that. Just a little sneak peek of that little solar panel. We'll get to that in a while. So cool pieces. Really, really amazing products. Beautiful products that's going to do beautifully well for you. Yeah, the 3K is a nice one. I actually have it sitting back there. I've ran the window ACs off of it. I've ran that TV. I actually did a whole stream off of it one day, which is kind of cool. Now, guys, we're going to get into a new product tonight. We're going to show you guys. I don't know if it's been shown anywhere else on a stream yet, but we're going to show you guys the 600 Plus. Now, the 600 Plus is, like I said, a new product tonight. The 600 Plus is packing 632 watt hours of power through the LiFePO 4 cells. Now, the 600 Plus is an amazing kit. It's like $4.99 tonight. It's got an $80 clippable coupon. And, of course, if we jump over here, you're probably like, well, that's not it. You're right. It's not it. It's in the middle. Let's see if I can get into the middle here. Well, let's try back up and move some stuff. So this is the 600 Plus right here. Now, you're probably going to be like, oh, well, there's a sticker on it. Yes, there's a sticker on there. That sticker is for my purposes. With this, though, you guys have two USB-C ports. One is a 30-watt port. The other is a 100-watt port. One USB-A port at 18 watts max. And, of course, the power button. Now, if I hold the power button down, it's going to come on and show you guys about 24% charged. I have yet to charge this since I got this, just because I've been messing with it. Now, just like the other one I showed you guys, this actually has Bluetooth and Wi-Fi connectability to run the app. That's going to give you guys access to turn on and off the switches at the fly from your phone, even if you're not home. It's also going to allow you to do, like turn even the flashlight on. So if you guys want to turn that flashlight on, turn it on. It has multiple modes and SOS pattern for you. Now, it has the handle that does fold up and can be bent down. This one weighs about 16 pounds of weight, which is still very accessible and user-friendly with the weight. Now, with it, you get two AC outlets, guys, 1,800 watts of pure sine wave power through those AC outlets. Hey, Sheila, how are you doing? We're going to actually drop it down. We're going to bring you guys over in a little bit closer with this one because I want you guys to see the plugs a little bit better. Now, with this, of course, like I said, two AC outlets, individually switched. Once you hit it, it's going to kick on and it's going to start showing you guys how many hours you can run, the voltage, and the hertz that it's coming through. Now, with this on the side, though, when I flip it over, you guys are going to see right here that it has two plugs. It has the wall plug and it has the DC plug for the solar panels. So you have those options for you with this. Now, that's actually kind of cool with the 600 Plus. Now, what you're also going to see is, which is kind of cool, it says handmade sample for me, which is nice. I was quite surprised with that. Now, charge time with this is actually cool because it's got the new charge shield in it. It can actually fully charge this device in 1 hour of time. So you're going to get that 632 watt hours of power in 1 hour of charge rate on a wall plug. Super fast and super perfect. That is just the way to go. And it's got that Charge Shield 2.0 to give you that quick charge, which is really cool. Now, inside the app, you can actually change that mode. So if you don't want the quick charge, you can actually turn it down to eco mode. It'll take a little bit longer to do that. which is nice to know. Now, LifePo 4 cells, of course, you're going to get about 4,000 charge cycles on this, about 10-year lifespan when it degrades down to 80% battery like most LifePo 4 cells do. Even in your car LifePo 4 cells, after 10 years, your battery will degrade to where it'll only charge to about 80% charge rate. It's not a bad deal. It'll still last you long, long after that. Don't worry about it. You're good to go. Now, another thing is if you guys want to run stuff off of this, you guys can run a laptop. You can charge a laptop approximately 7 times, like your little notebooks and stuff. Your iPhone 14 Pro Max is about 27 charges. Your little mini fridge, about 6 hours of runtime if you wanted. Now, the dual PD fast charging capability through the which will allow you to do like mobile phones and laptops simultaneously with this. Now, the seamless switching backup power for essential devices is about 20 milliseconds or so with that if you need it. Now, of course, like I said, you have that fast charging that's going to boost about 30% extra charging rate through this, unlike some of the others that are out there. About 22 decibels is all you're going to hear. It's not really that loud, so you don't have to worry about it as well. Now, we'll get into the solar charging. If you have a couple 100-watt panels, it's going to be about 4 hours. That's it. Now, with this one, this is actually can be like a reliable UPS backup. So, some of the others don't say use it as a UPS backup. This has an uninterrupted power of crucial moments with this one. So you're actually kind of good with it. Now, if you want to run like your, say, game consoles, like your switches and stuff, your 18-watt switches, you're going to get a couple chargers off of that. Your 10-watt Bluetooth speakers, about 36 hours of runtime, and so on and so on. If you guys want to run a toaster, you're going to get about maybe an hour of runtime on a 650-watt toaster. Your 45-watt fan, about 10 hours of runtime. Your 520-watt refrigerator. That's right. You can plug your house refrigerator in this. Your standard double-door refrigerator. You're going to get about an hour of runtime with that. So that's actually kind of cool. With the technology that's built in here, of course, the $499 price tag, but there's also an $80 clippable coupon, which will save you guys some money. So if that's what you're looking for, definitely check it out. You won't be disappointed with that. Now, they also have, of course, the 600 plus that 100-watt solar panel. Now, that 100-watt solar panel is going to be, of course, this one that I was kind of teasing you guys with. So this, of course, is the 100-watt solar panel. Now, this is a new foldable solar panel that they've just come out with. This 100-watt solar panel has a couple little clips. Once you clip it out, it's going to allow you to unfold it. Now, there is 2 of the panels. If I really want to, we can go out all 4 panels. Now, it's a large, large panel. Now, I'm trying to kind of show you guys this. And that's how large this panel really is. So if I kind of move it over here, you guys can see how large this panel truly is. This is a 4 panel. It's a quad panel, trifold design, has the clips, will allow you to latch it, and of course. Now, just like all of these, they're ETFE designed with monocrystalline solar cells. It's going to give you guys about 23.5% to 24% charge rate efficiency with these. Now, just like that, it's also got the nice little kickstands that actually latch down, and of course, Velcro on that are built onto this. Now, with this on the back is where you're going to plug in your cable, and then you plug it into the power station like the 600 plus. This is an amazing, amazing little piece. Now, this full kit is like $749, but there is a $150 clippable coupon. You're going to get this for $600. So you're going to get the 600 plus with the solar panel for $600. That is a no-brainer. It's a great, great deal. Hey, Phil, how you doing? So I kind of like this. I like this. This is an amazing 100-watt solar panel. Definitely a really cool piece. If you're looking for it, of course, has the handles carried around, fully waterproof, water resistant. Use it in the harsh and wet weather and just wash it off with, of course, a hose. Don't worry about it. Use a hose to clean it down or a rag. Really nice piece. I love that one. Jackery, thank you for handing me these so I can play with these. This is an amazing one. It's nice, light, very portable, very accessible. If you guys take a look at the other 100-watt panel, there is your size difference in sizing. So that's your size difference with that folded up and closed. So really cool piece. Definitely check out the 600 plus with that solar panel back. You're gonna love that. Of course, it looks like I have another bag of cables back here. I didn't know I had them sit there. I believe this is actually for the 600 plus. So that is, of course, your cabling that's going to go into that little power station or the solar panel. And, of course, you have the wall plug as well in the kit. You'll also have a user manual and everything else with that. So you guys definitely check that out. Wiley, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Phil, what's up, my friend? Any questions about the 600 plus, guys? Please ask. We're definitely here to answer. With that, guys, down there's that coupon code still. So if you guys spend over $1,000, you guys can use that coupon code in that banner. Save yourself 5% on top of the deals that you're already getting. I think we're going to be moving on to the 1,000. Now, this is going to be like the original 1,000. All right, guys? So we're going to be showing you guys the original 1,000 up next. I survived the day. There was a huge... Oh, man, hopefully everybody is okay. Ooh, hopefully everybody's okay, buddy. All right, guys, we're going to be moving over to, of course, the 1,000, the original. That's the 1,000 up there. Now, if I move up here, you guys can see we're way, way up there. That is the original 1000E. Now, this is the Jackery Explorer 1000. It's 1,002 watt-hours of power. 3 AC outlet plugs, guys. You'll see there that it do 1,000 watts of pure sine wave power. Of course, it does peak a little higher than that if you want to go past the pure sine wave power. Now, with this, you get 2 USB-A ports, 2 USB-C ports, and, of course, that 12-volt 10-amp DC plug. Now, with this one, you have the Alexander plugs. Now, I can kind of show you guys those plugs, right? So you're probably wondering what them plugs are, and that's going to be this plug right here. It's a cool little plug. This is going to be like a single to dual style plug, so you can actually run multiple solar panels. So that's the plug that you're going to do that for the solar panel. You also have, of course, that nice little plug over there for the wall plug. Now, with this, of course, guys, if I turn it, and I'm going to jump up here real quick, just kind of slightly turn it, you're going to see that it has a flashlight on the side for you with it. It does do SOS patterns. Now, this one weighs a little bit. So it does weigh in about, I think it's like 22-ish pounds. So it does have a little bit of weight for you. The charge rate on this, guys, though, it's going to be about 5 hours on a wall plug to fully charge this. If you, Sheila's messing with Phil. That's pretty funny. Yeah, so about 5 hours of charge rate on a wall plug, guys. 6 hours with 2 of the Solar Saga 200 panels, or 100 panels. About 11.5 hours on a car plug. Now, with, of course, 1,002 watt-hours of power, you guys can run multiple devices ranging from, let's say, your electric blanket for 11 hours to your flat screen TV for 9 hours, your mini cooler for 13, or that 3-watt light bulb for about 65 hours. Now, of course, with this is the original 1000. It's about 38% off. It's like $619, I think, for you guys. Now, that's a good price point if you want a 1000. But I'm going to say, I'd get the 1000 V2. Yeah, there's a 1000 V2. There's a version 2 of this system. And that's what we're going to move up next to. And then we're going to come back down the table. And you're probably wondering, well, where is the 1000 V2? Well, you're right. I want to know where the 1000 V2 is. And that's because my camera is wigging out. There is, of course, the 1000 V2. Now, the 1000 V2, if I can get my camera to work, the 1000 V2 right here, guys, is an amazing little power station that has all of that new technology. This is going to have that 1 hour fast charge with that Charge Shield 2. It's going to have, of course, 1,070 watt-hours of power instead of the 1,002. So you jump up in power range. With this, of course, you're going to have 1,500 watts of pure sine wave power through those 3 AC outlets. Now, you also have that flashlight that's going to do multiple modes. This one also works with the app. Now, the app's kind of cool because you can connect it up, turn on the switches. You guys can do charge times. You guys can do run times. You can guys set up timers where it turns on at a certain time for like a light bulb or whatever, or just turn it on from the switch. Or, you can turn the charge mode into eco mode where it charges a little slower, where it's a little bit quieter. Now with this, you get two USB-C ports. One's a 30-watt port, one's a 100-watt port. You also get that 18-watt USB-A port down there as well. Now, 12-volt 10 amp, of course, cigarette lighter plug on this. Now, like I said, 1 hour of charge time on that wall plug if you do supercharging. If you use the AC USB-C port, about a little under 2 hours with that USB-C port. This is where it's going to get cool, though. If you don't want to have it on supercharging, emergency supercharge mode, which is going to be a little bit louder for some of you, put it on the 22 dB quiet charging mode, 5 hours of charge rate. It's cool that it has it. Now, with this, of course, like I said, you can run multiple devices from like your coffee makers, your projectors, your space heaters, and so on. Because you can do 1,500 watts of pure sine wave power, it can actually peak at 3,000 watts of power. So yes, you can plug a 3,000 watt device in this and run that if you really wanted to. I apologize for the cough, everybody. Now, I'm going to take a sip of water real quick. And this is where it's going to get kind of cool. If you really wanted to, or you're really about charging your phone, 74 times. You can charge this iPhone 14 74 times off of this. You're not going to be without your phone if you're a TikTok scroller or an Amazon shopper. You'll have your phone charged in times of need, and you guys will be able to do that. That 10-watt Bluetooth speaker, about 50 charge cycles off of that. That's right, 50 charge cycles. Your drone batteries, you could do that as well if you really wanted to. And that's kind of cool. 4,000 charge cycles for 10 years of usage. Then it's going to drop to about 80% battery life, but will still last you for a long time. Now, the charge rate from this one, from the original version, is so quick. It's crazy. Definitely green energy. It's also going to be good for round trip power supplying. It's also going to be reliable UPS if you really wanted to with that 20 milliseconds of switchover. It's a great indoor power source. You could run like a mini fridge for 14 hours, your TV for about 10 hours, or your orbital sounder for a little under 2 hours. The 1000 V2 and the 1000 V2 with, of course, a solar panel is an option that I'm going to say, hey, don't miss out. Now, the 1000 V2 by itself is $7.99, but there is a $100 clippable coupon on the Amazon page. Definitely worth checking out. Now, if you want to, you can get the 1000 V2 and solar panel. That's right, a solar panel. You guys can get the 1000 V2 and a solar panel, guys, for approximately $12.99. Now, that is the original price point, but there is a $300 clippable coupon on the 1000 V2 and that solar panel. You're going to save $300 on this. That's $1,000 price point, or $999.99, right? Well, that's where I'm going to be about. So, cool little options, both amazing options with that for you. I would definitely say, hey, those are worth checking out. The 1000 V2, guys, that is, of course, the 3 new power stations that we showed you. The 240 V2, the 600 plus, and the 1000 V2. Those are 3 current products that it's going to blow your mind when you start messing with them for weight-wise, power-wise, plug-in-wise, and charge rate. The charge rate is mind-boggling that you can fully charge these in 1 hour without an issue. If someone uses 105 watts an hour, I should get less than 105 watts an hour. You should get approximately 8 or so hours of runtime, really depending on what you're using. Since this, technically, if you're using the 1000 V2, you should get about 10 hours of runtime. Because the 1000 V2 is 1,070 watt hours. So I'm going to say you're probably going to get about 10 hours or so, I think. I'm not really sure the math in my head. Justin or Lois might be able to help you out with that one in chat. If Justin or Lois is around, Henry's asking a question about power ratage to usage with the 1000. All right, guys, we're going to move over to a bigger station. I believe we're moving on to the 2000 Pro kit. Now, the 2000 Pro is actually on the opposite side of the table, and you're going to be like, oh, yeah, it's right there, and it's buried, of course. It's so much product tonight. This is a 2000 Pro. Now, the 2000 Pro is a really cool little power station right here. Yeah, thank you, Justin. 2000 Pro, guys, 2160. So 2,160 watt hours of power out of this station. Of course, this is a kit with the solar panel. The solar panel is going to be the 200 watt large solar panel. Now, this price point is normally about $2,099, but there is, of course, a $500 clippable coupon. Plus, you guys can use that code down in the bottom as well to get another 5% off with that. Now, 2160 watt hours with this, 3 AC outlets. Those AC outlets are going to do 2200 watts of pure sine wave power, 4400 watts max. Now, I never ever recommend going to the max unless you really want to, or you're not worried about, of course, peaks with the power rating. Thanks for the hype, buddy. Thanks, man. Now, with this, though, you guys, you're going to get a nice charge rate with this one. You guys can get this charged in about 2 hours without a problem on a wall plug. Now, that's actually kind of cool. You do have 2 USB-C ports at 100 watts max, 2 USB-A ports, and, of course, that flashlight that is hidden behind this little port. Now, if I want to turn it on just like that, I can do that. Turn it on brighter, turn the SOS pattern off, or shut it off altogether. Now, with this, of course, guys, you have that nice large display that's going to show you guys the battery. You also have that 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter plug over here as well. Still all individually switched. They can be turned on and off at the ease of a finger. Now, with this, of course, guys, you're going to be able to run this on multiple reasons. First and foremost, your 1100 watt window AC should be able to be running for 2 hours. That's my 10,000 BTU window AC. So you get a couple hours of runtime off of this device. If you want to run your 520 watt refrigerator, that's your standard double door refrigerator, about 3.25 hours of runtime with that. That means if your power goes out and you're worried about your frozen goods in there, plug your fridge into this and let it run until you have no power left, or plug a solar panel in it and let it charge and play at the same time until your power comes back on. For those of you throwing a backyard barbecue and you want to do a whole bunch of blender mixing of, those adult margaritas or even the children milkshakes, 5 hours of blender usage. It's that time of year, guys. The backyard barbecues have started. This is going to work out well for you. Now, another good use for the 2000 Pro, I'm going to say it. Movie night in the backyard. It's nice out, guys. You put up your inflatable screen, plug in your projector to it as well, and a Bluetooth speaker, and do a whole movie. Now, Phil in chat actually just did this last weekend, had a whole movie night out back and had fun. It's a great idea to have everybody outside enjoying the sun or enjoying the air while doing like a movie night or just playing music while letting your lights go and everything else. For those of you that maybe just want to use it during like the holidays, it's great for inflatable decorations as well. From your holiday decorations like your Christmas decorations or even your Halloween decorations. It's a great option. Now, of course, like I said, the 2000 Pro comes with the solar panel, has, of course, like $500 clippable coupon, and will come in at a great price point with you. Also use that coupon code down below. Now, we're going to be moving on to their largest standalone system. This is going to be the 3000 Pro. Now, the 3000 Pro is an amazing power station. That station is actually set up down here, and I'm not sure why my camera's really off, but you're going to see it over here. Now, we do have two of them looking the same. One, of course, is the 2000 Plus. Now, the 3000 Pro, guys, does a lot of power. This is the 3000 Pro kit. The 3000 Pro kit comes with two of the Solar Saga 200-watt panels. Now, this kit is going to be 324 watt-hours of power on this station. That's a good amount of time. Now, it also has a 2.5-hour charge rate. So it's only going to take 2.5 hours on a wall plug to charge this. If you have, let's say, 6 of the Solar Saga 200 panels, about 3.5 hours. Since it comes with 2 of these, it's going to take longer than that, but can be done at a decent rate. If you want to run, let's say, a 60-watt flat screen TV, 35 hours off of this with no problem. Your 1150-watt window AC, about 3 hours without an issue. For those of you with, of course, the refrigerators, about 5 hours of runtime. Now, with this, of course, you have 5 AC outlets right here. These AC outlets are really cool. You have 4 of the standard ones down here at 3,000 watts. It can peak at 6,000 watts of power. You have that 5th one up here that's going to allow you to plug in, let's say, like your TIG or MIG welders, your old school washers and dryers, or even your old school house stoves. Now, like I said, 2 USB-C ports, 2 USB-A ports, and a hidden 12-volt 10-amp plug right here. Now, with this one, it works with the app, so you can run this off of the app. I will tell you, though, this thing does weigh 64 pounds. Now, there is a nice orange handle on each side that you can grab and lift it up. I don't recommend that all the time because, you know, like most of us, we don't want to be lifting 64 pounds all the time. They thought about you, and they added some really cool stuff to this. And that's actually going to be those wheels. So they added a 3-inch wheel on these that's going to allow you to roll it around and do what you need as you need in most surfaces. Whether it be dirt, grass, or, you know, like concrete, or even just your house, you can roll it around. It's got an aluminum telescopic handle that does, of course, fold up and pull in and out for you. This is an amazing product. It comes, like I said, with 2 of them solar panels. It's like $3,699 tonight, but there's a $900 clippable coupon. Plus, if you use that coupon code down at the bottom, you guys will get another 5% off tonight. That's a good price point. The 3000 Pro is a beautiful, beautiful little station that just packs nice little wallet for you. So definitely say, hey, check out the 3000 Pro. It's gonna be perfect. Now, with it, of course, we're going to show you guys the 300 plus kit. What? Yeah, there's a 300 plus kit, and we're going to show you guys that right now. So the Jackery Explorer 300 plus is this beautiful little power station. Now, this little power station packs 288 watt-hours of power, has a foldable handle, has, of course, 2 USB-C ports. One of those ports is a 100-watt in and out port. The other is just an output port. You also have, of course, a 15-watt USB-A port that is individually switched. You have a 300-watt AC outlet plug that does 300 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak a little higher than that if you need to. Also has a flashlight. Also has silicone pads if you guys need. This full kit only weighs 11 pounds. And you're probably wondering, yeah, it's a kit. That's because it comes with the Mini 40. Now, the 288 watt-hours of power should be able to be charged in approximately under an hour and a half on a wall plug. That's right, under an hour and a half on a wall plug. If you use the USB-C plug, about 2.5 hours or so. If you use that 40-watt panel that comes with this, 7.5 hours. Now, just like the 240 and the 300, you should be able to run your Nintendo Switch for about 35 hours or so off of this without a problem. The 3-watt flashlight can run for many, many hours with no problem on top of that. Now, some other cool things you could do, like your 45-watt fan, about 4.5 hours. Your 90-watt mini fridge, about 2.5 hours. Your DSLR cameras like these, or batteries like these, you're going to get about 12 charges. So 12 of these batteries charged off of the station. You guys can do it for like emergency power if you really wanted to as well. You could run your Wi-Fi router, your 5-watt light bulb for about 22 hours, and so on. You can even run a CPAP machine off of this if you need. Now remember, I said the 300 plus comes with the solar panel. Now that solar panel is, of course, the Mini 40 panel. Now, the Mini 40 panel is waterproof, water resistant in harsh and wet weather, has a magnetic clasp, and has, of course, their beautiful logo, has eye-ring lights, and does, of course, open up. It is a trifold design that actually folds open very, very easily. Wow. There is your 4 panels. This little panel grabs a lot of light. It's going to grab 40 watts of power and passes it through to this little station with ease. Now, the size is where it's at because this is the size of a 3-ring binder. So the size of a 3-ring binder can be put in your backpack if you really wanted to, and of course taken at your ease. This kit, of course, is about $399 if you wanted, but I think it's like $289 or $289 is what I'm seeing in the carousel. But you know, hey, that's just what I'm saying. This is a cool one. This is a beautiful one. This is an amazing little piece. Definitely check it out. The solar panel is definitely worth getting as well with that. So 300 plus and Mini 40, definitely worth. Hey, I should want it. I should get it. Oh, wait, I have it. Now we're going to move into the modular systems, guys. We're going to talk about the 1000 plus. Now the 1000 plus is actually the big brother to the 1000 V2 and the 1000. The 1000 plus packs 1264 watt hours of power. Now with that being said, of course, that one is actually back here and it's on that little stand. We're going to drop down slightly and we're going to zoom in for you. That is the 1000 plus. Now, the 1000 plus, 1264 watt hours of power, but can actually be modulated and added a battery to it. So you guys can get up to 5 kilowatts of hour power if you add 3 batteries. So it is a modular system where you can add things to this. Now, the one thing I'm going to talk about is the 2 USB-C ports at 100 watts max of charge rate. So you have 100 watts of charge rate with this through those USB-C ports. You also have 2 USB-A ports at 18 watts max as well. You then have, of course, that light bulb that does multiple modes. You have 2 brightnesses and SOS pattern. You also have the 12 volt 10 amp cigarette plug on the other side. Now with this, of course, you can actually use the app to control it just like some of the others. And it's got a cool little piece. To fully charge this device, guys, under 2 hours on a wall plug, fully charged, no issues. Cigarette lighter, about 7 hours of charge rate. Now, it does weigh about approximately 32 pounds, so it does have a little bit of weight for the station itself, of course, if you wanted to. Now, with that being said, you guys can play like an angle grinder off of this for about 2.5 hours or so, pull saw 95 minutes, or vice versa with that. Now, it's a beautiful little piece by itself at $999, but there's a $150 clippable coupon, so you guys can save yourself a little bit of money with this. Now, we also have the 1000 plus with 2 solar panels. That's going to be the Solar Saga 100 panels. The Solar Saga 100 panels are actually beautiful panels. It's about $1,500 price tag, but there's a $300 clippable coupon for the station and the solar panels tonight. So save yourself $300, but also use that 5% clippable code and save another 5% off. You can't go wrong with that whatsoever. Now, like I said, we have the 1000 plus full kit in here. Now, the 1000 plus full kit is going to be that station and the battery off to its side. Now, that battery is actually on the top of the other battery over there. So that top one on the back top stack up there is the battery that comes with this kit. So you're going to get the 1000 plus 2 solar panels and that battery. Now, that battery is going to make you be at 2,528 watt hours of power. Normally $2,100. Well, normally it's like $2,400, but it's 13% off tonight, so it's like $2,099. But there is also a $350 clippable coupon with this. Now, remember I said that, guys, you're adding that battery on there. There's a government assistance if you go over a certain power range that you can get a discount. Just look into your government assistance programs and you guys can get those discounts. Now, like I said, with this, it's 2,528 watt hours of power, but you can add 2 more batteries to give you guys a full 5 kilowatts of power. It's a lot of power in a power range. It's a beautiful little piece. That battery has a handle, can be carried around. It's actually decently well. The full package, the battery, the station, and the 2 solar panels comes in at about 65 pounds. So it's literally the weight of the 3000 Pro and 4 pieces. So that's the way that's going to work. It's an amazing product for you guys. Now we're going to be moving over to their largest modular system. That's going to be the 2000 plus system. Now, the 2000 plus system is actually on the bottom down here. If we move down, we zoom in, you guys are going to see that there's actually, oh, my camera just went sideways. We had an update on the camera, so I do apologize. It looks like I'm going to have to re-update that firmware because it's acting a little wonky tonight. Now with this is the 2000 plus system. The 2000 plus system is 2042 watt hours of power by itself alone. Now you have 5 AC outlets. 4 of those are 3000 watt pure sine wave power. You also have that 5th that is non-standard plug. You have the 4 of the standard, which I actually have the RGB lighting plugged into. The 5th is, of course, that open one above. You have 2 USB-C ports at 100 watts max charging capability and 2 USB-A ports at 18 watts max. Now, just like the 3000 next to it, it also has a 12 volt 10 amp. It also has that nice little orange handle that you guys are seeing on the other side on this one. This weighs approximately the same amount, 64.5 pounds. Now, you can have this fully charged, guys, in 2 hours on a wall plug if you want it. Now, the running time of this is going to be kind of cool because with the power that it has, you can run a bunch of stuff. Let's say you have sleep apnea and you need to run a sleep apnea machine while you're camping, or you have a power outage. 150 hours of runtime off the machine alone with the CPAP machine. For those of you that want to run like your standard Dell or HP desktops, about 12 hours of runtime off that 200 watt computer. Now, for those of you running gaming computers, you're going to suck up that power a lot quicker. So let's not do the math right now. Just not doing it. For those of you that want to run a like 1150 watt window AC, a little under 2 hours of runtime. Your house refrigerator's 3.25 hours. If you guys need popcorn machine or microwave to make popcorn, about an hour and a half. If you live in your RV and you guys need this for RV backup, you guys could run your RV air conditioner for about 2.25 hours or so. For those of you that want to run projectors, like movie projectors, 14 hours of runtime off of this system by itself in the 2000 plus. Now, it's a beautiful little piece, and it packs quite a wallop. It has that handle and everything. Normally $2,200. It's like $1,900 tonight, but there's a $300 clippable coupon on top of that with the 2000 plus. Now, we also have the 2000 plus system and solar panels. So if you guys want the 2000 plus 2 of the Solar Saga panels, that's the 200 watt panels. It's like $3,100 tonight, guys, 6% off, but also take another 5% off with that coupon code down there. I will actually have Justin share that coupon code with you guys in chat so you guys can actually see that. Now, since this is a modular system, we also have the 2000 plus 4000 kit. Now, this is called the Jackery Generator 4000 kit. The kit, of course, is the power station and that beautiful battery right above it. So you're going to get that station and the battery plus 2 solar panels, guys. That means you just doubled your power range from 2,000 to 4,085 watt hours of power. Now, the cool part about this power station, guys, is you can add 5 batteries. So with the station alone, 5 batteries, 12 kilowatts of hour power. 12 kilowatts of hour power should be able to run your full house for a good amount of time. The even better part is since it's so modular, you can actually pair it with another 2000 plus and add 10 batteries to give you guys 24 kilowatts of hour power. Now remember, guys, that means you are eligible for that 30% tax credit through your residential clean energy credit programs. You do need to find those programs. I don't have the links for those. Most states will have their own link for it. So do check it out if you guys get the system. The full system, guys, with the battery, all the power and the technologies, with the app control, This is normally a $5,000 price tag. It's a 12% off, so it's like $4,399 plus an $800 clippable coupon on Amazon, plus that code Justin just shared for you guys with another 5% off. That's an amazing price point, an amazing package deal with all of those pieces. Now we're going to get into it. We're going to start talking about the solar panels before we go, guys. We're going to show you guys the Mini 40 again. The Mini 40 is a 40-watt solar panel that, is, of course, is portable. It is a fold-up design. It is IP68 waterproof and water resistant for harsh and wet weather. It can actually withstand dust storms if you want. You'll have to wash it off because if you get it dusty, it's going to block the light. Now with it, of course, it has this magnetic clasp that folds up and will stick back on. It has eye ringlets to tie it down. I always recommend tying your solar panels down because they are big sails in the wind. Quad panel, trifold design, monocrystalline solar cells. This is only less than 3 pounds of weight. That's it. 3 pounds of weight. It's like 2.5 pounds, guys. This is a light panel. This is very accessible. It's so foldable that you guys should be able to put this in your backpack and take it hiking and not even realize you have it on you. This is actually compatible with iPhones and Androids too. So if you have the cable plug, guys, you can actually plug in the adapter and you can actually charge your iPhones and your Android phones right off of this if you have the adapter, which is kind of cool. Victoria, how you doing? Now with this, you're going to get about a 23% solar conversion rate with the monocrystalline solar cells that are built into this, but it's the portability of this panel because of the actual size of it. Literally, it's a... You see the size. This is crazy how small this is. To be able to have a solar panel that can do that charge rate in this size, it's definitely worth checking it out. Now, this solar panel is like $98 tonight. This is a great price. 24% off with that Mini 40. Now, guys, we're going to be moving over into the 100-watt solar panel. Oh, sorry to hear that. Hopefully they feel better. Now, we're going to show you guys, of course, the Jackery Explorer 100 solar panel. Now, this, of course, is still fully waterproof and water resistant. We'll work with the 240, the 300, the 500, the 1000, and the 1500 power stations. Now, this is the 100-watt Solar Saga. The 100-watt Solar Saga is 100 watts of solar charge at 18 volts of power. Now, it does have, of course, 2 kickstands, one on each side that is Velcroed on. You guys will see the one on the back right here, of course, with that. It has eye ringlets and, of course, ETFE handle. With this, it also has a pocket. Now, this pocket is zipped up. Inside, this has a 9-foot cable. The 9-foot cable has 2 adapter plug-ins on this, and that's so it can fit the multitude of styles of power stations. Now, with that, you'll plug it in. Now, it also has, of course, that little plug that's going to allow you to plug in your USB-C and USB-A phones to charge straight off of it. Now, that's only going to do 5 volt, 3 amps, guys, through those 2 little plugs for the phones charging just off of the panel by itself. That's it. Now, it is a double panel. Now, it is a monocrystalline solar cell that grabs a lot of light at like 23.5% conversion rate. Will even work in low light settings. Now, yes, my camera's a little off tonight, but it is a nice large panel. And if you guys can look over here, you'll see how much light it's actually grabbing. And that's what it's going to do for you. This solar panel is like 20% off tonight. It's like $238. It is an amazing price point. Now, of course, we have our last solar panel for you tonight, the Solar Saga 200. Now, the Solar Saga, wrong thing. Solar Saga 200 is, of course, a nice large solar panel. This solar panel is a trifold design with quad panels. Now, this actually will work with the 1500, the 2000 Pro, the 2000 Plus, the 3000 Pro, and so on. With this device, you're going to get 200 watts of charge rate at 18 volts. It's going to come with, of course, this nice little case that actually clips up and zips around it. Inside, there's actually a nice little package. ETFE design with the handle has 3 legs to kick out. You should be able to set this up in approximately 30 seconds or less. With this one, you'll actually get about 24% conversion rate because it's a large panel with the monocrystalline solar cells. Now, it is fully waterproof and water resistant with the IP68 rating, and it does come with a 9.5 to 10 foot cable inside that package. Now, the cabling also comes with a 90-degree adapter, so if you guys don't like the straight plug, do that 90-degree adapter and set it up with that. Now, I always recommend when you guys get these is to get the 16.5 foot extension cable that goes with the solar panels. That way you can put the power station out of the way while having the solar panels out in the most area. It's going to get the most light for you. Now, with this, of course, it's normally like a $700 price tag. It's actually 29% off tonight. It's going to be about $499. Now, I'm actually plugging it into the 3000 Pro right there. You're also going to see it's going to grab about 154 to 155 watts of power within 30 seconds of being plugged in and turned on. That is a crazy amount of power that quick to start charging. If I left that out there for a lot longer, it probably would have got a lot more charge rate with that. The only downfall I had was yes, it looks really bright, is I live in front of a 4-story building, which was blocking some of that light. So it was not directly hitting straight down on it, but it was hitting enough to give you that 154 to 155 watts of power. It's an amazing solar panel at a beautiful price point. That thing is a beast in its own right. Now, guys, we showed you a bunch of amazing products. We showed you guys a bunch of new products. We had a bunch of fun. We also have that coupon code down there, guys. If you use that code, if you buy anything over $1,000, you're going to save 5% off. Now, with that, guys, I want to thank everybody for being here. I will tell you guys, I believe I am back Thursday. So I believe we have another stream Thursday on the 6th. So we'll see you guys again on the 6th with another stream. With that, guys, I want to thank you guys all for being here. I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. And Victoria, I hope your puppies feel better. We will see the rest of you guys on the next show. Have a great one, everybody.